Can you tell I'm a Chainsaw Man fan? Hopefully y'all can see my little Chainsaw Man collection back there. So the Chainsaw Man movie was absolute cinema. I'm not exaggerating when I say this movie was peak. I think it was one of the best movies I've seen in the theater this year. Now, I just got back from the theater and I took some time to write down some notes on this movie, but I don't really have any because I think this movie was perfect. Because, like, as you can tell, I'm kind of a big Chainsaw Man fan. I've been reading the manga since Volume 9 released, and I was there watching episode 1 of the anime the second it dropped. So I've been waiting very impatiently for the last 3 years for this movie to come out, and it was definitely worth it. Because, like, not only did they adapt the story really well, they also managed to elevate it with the soundtrack and the animation. Because the animation in this movie was great. Even in the first half where not really much was happening, it's more of setting up the characters and building the plot, but all of that slice of life stuff looked excellent. Then in the second half of the movie, the Bomb Devil comes out and is basically one huge free-for-all until the end of the movie. And the animations for her explosions and the hand-to-hand combat, it all looks great, and the action scenes are like really intense. The music is also really good. If you like the soundtrack from season 1, you'll like this movie's soundtrack. I'm not sure if it's the same composer, but it definitely sounds like it. Also, during the fight scenes, they play 2 of the ending songs from season 1. I think it was the one from episode 1 and 3. They were called Chainsaw Blood and whatever that song by Maxim the Hormone was. And the story is also really good. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the story really lends itself to movie format. Because Tatsuki Fujimoto is a massive film buff, so this arc and a few others in the manga are structured a lot like movies. And I hope the next arc, which is the International Assassins arc, gets a movie too, because I think it would work really well in this movie format. I just hope we don't have to wait another 3 years for it. Because one thing that kind of bothers me about anime movies is they don't really feel like movies. They feel like a bunch of episodes of a show stitched together. Because I had this problem when I went to see the Demon Slayer movie, where like in the middle of a climactic battle scene, the movie would cut to someone's backstory and kill a lot of the tension or the excitement of the fight. And I think that works fine in episode format, but for a movie, that's kind of boring, especially when it happens every single fight, which could have been its own episode. But Chainsaw Man doesn't have this problem, because it takes the time to set up all of its characters and their arcs before anyone starts fighting. So when we get to the actual climax of the movie, we get this long climactic battle without interruption. But back to the topic of the movie elevating the manga, there are several parts in the manga that build suspense on the pages leading up to something big happening. Then you flip the page and get a really cool plot twist. Specifically, I'm referencing the scene on the roof of the school and the scene where Denji and Reze kiss under the fireworks. Since a movie can't replicate a page turn to reveal a plot twist, but I think the movie actually did it better. They built up suspense in those scenes through the music, the lighting, and the editing, really elevating the source material, giving it a level of suspense beyond even what the manga could give. But aside from the suspense and the action, this movie's also really funny. This arc has some of my favorite jokes from the manga, like Denji eating the flowers or Squad 4 just running away after trying to fight Reze for like 2 seconds. So in conclusion, I think this movie's a 10 out of 10. It's really funny, it's got great action, animation, and music. And you don't have to worry about being bored because it's only an hour and 40 minutes long and the movie won't let you be bored. So I highly recommend, if you're a Chainsaw Man fan or an anime fan, to go see this in theaters. And if you're wondering, this movie is canon. It adapts the second half of Volume 5 and the entirety of Volume 6, and it picks up right where Season 1 left off, like literally the second that season 1 ends off. So yeah, I recommend, but it is rated R, so if there are any kiddos in my audience, maybe skip this one. But that's all for me. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.